Good afternoon all, Explosive Action here with a tiny little update, post-Christmas, post-Boxing Day sales and pickups and whatnot. Hope everybody had a good Xmas and hope everybody will have a good new year full of great and bad movies. Also, I forgot to mention that a little while ago I hit 500 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. So thanks to everybody that's sticking around and watching these terribly exciting videos that I do. It is appreciated, and I wouldn't be still doing it if I didn't get comments, so please comment and what you think of the videos and the pickups, and let me know things I should be picking up and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, yesterday I took the missus to the local Westfield shopping centre, the second biggest in the country I think. And well, that was quite nightmarish. Boxing Day and the few days after that, at least out here, it's quite nuts at the shops, absolutely retardedly nuts. And we battled a car park spot with our new car. Yes, we have a car now. Hooray! Didn't have one before. And that was nowhere near as bad as getting a seat in the food court. Holy shit. And anyway, I did some pickups while looking at girly things as well, and we went to see a movie, which I haven't done in a while. And we saw The Adventures of T, The Adventures of Tintin. But anyway, they couldn't fit it in at the old Miranda Cinema, Greater Union. Booking online is the best thing in the universe to do because we got the back centre allocated seats, best seats in the house. So anyway, it's the new Spielberg directed, Peter Jackson produced, with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and Andy Serkis providing some voices in here. It's an animated film, but it's definitely the best animation I've ever seen. You know, your 3D animation, but I think that a lot of it was motion captured and then animated afterwards, and the detail in the animation in this thing is pretty damn spectacular. The best I've seen out of anything ever. So on technical grounds, you need to see this film. But it's a lot of fun. Mrs. is a big fan of Tintin books, has a lot of the comics going back many, many years. She says it was true to the story. I'm not too familiar with it myself. And the story itself was good fun. Not too kiddie at all. A lot of adult things. It's a Spielberg movie, and he didn't do what he did in E.T. Tintin's actually running around with a pistol a lot of the time, which I thought was quite mature for a PG-rated movie. Lots of gunfire, lots of machine guns. You don't see blood, of course. You just people dropping off, and it's just a roller coaster of, battles at sea with cannon fire and running down the streets in tanks, and it's all over the shop. It's a lot of fun, and the action doesn't stop. And there's no real Graham at home moral of the story thing. Slightly towards the, drinking is bad. That's about the only thing that they ever come across. But anywho, Adventures of Tintin. Go see it. Good fun. Now, on to the sales. Big W, which is basically Australia's Walmart. 30% off all Blu-rays, which is the biggest sale I've ever seen. Usually 25% is the most I see in shops, or 20%. 30% is the best I've seen. And I got the new Rise of the Planet of the Apes Blu-ray set, which is contains the useless DVD and the digital copy. Does anybody use these digital copies? Anyway, so it cost just over $20. Considering JB Hi-Fi has it for $35, that is a bargain. So happy to check that one out. 2010, sequel to 2001, $5. $5. It was $8 something, and then took it down to $5. So that's an insane price, and the cheapest Blu-ray I've ever picked up. So that's awesome. 2010. I watched it again last night. It still holds up. I think it's as good as 2001. So good movie. Watched this last night as well. Quarantine to Terminal. I'm not too fussed about the first Quarantine. In fact, I actually haven't seen it. I can't make an educated summary of that movie, but from all intents and purposes, what I've been described is it's just a remake of Record, the Spanish film, whereas this one is a direct-to-DVD sequel that spun off in its own accord and became basically Flight of the Living Dead, aka Plain Dead, mixed with a bit of sort of trapped in a warehouse thing, well, at the airport terminal anyway. Not too bad. It drops off in the last third when I started sort of, looking at the time. But I think I paid about $9 for it, which was a good price for brand new DVD. And it's not bad. There's not many zombie kills or anything. There's a few, and there's a couple of gory scenes that earned the strong horror violence rating. But overall, it was all right. May not revisit it for a while, but check it out if you can get it cheap or you rent it. Oh dear. The 5-disc sci-fi collection. So Flashback, who put out all the $2 DVDs, or some of the $2 DVDs in this country, have started putting out 5-packs for $5, so $1 each. But then Big W had their sale, so they were $3.75. Of course, the DVDs were 20% off. So you get Philadelphia Experiment, which is unfortunately full screen, but it's crisp. The Asylum film, Journey to the Center of the Earth, the core. The Time Traveler, which is widescreen. DEFCON 4, which is full screen, quite an old movie, and The Time Guardian, which is anamorphic and in scope. It's actually quite a good looking disc. And unlike Payless, who would probably try and jam all 5 movies under one disc, we actually get a 5-disc set here. So for the price, I certainly can't argue. I mean, Philadelphia Experiment could be a better transfer. That's going to be shit. That looks okay. That looks okay, and that looks really good. So. Yep, good for the price. Now, these do look shit. These were from the Reject Shop and $2 each. So, hey, look, I knew what I was going to get. These are Tiger Claws, Cynthia Rothrock, and Split Second with Rutger Hauer. Now, as far as I know, there's no legit release of this. This is from that JL Entertainment company that just do these bastard bootlegs. It's clearly from a VHS. The typesetting here is just fucked. Look at that. 2 cops has become 1 word. There's a comma instead of a full stop. They don't put any effort into these things. But the disc itself is quite hilarious, so pay attention to the cover. Yeah, right through a head. That's how you do it. But look, it's good to have the film. I don't think you can get it on DVD anywhere. So $2 and it's on DVD. Okay, fine. Split Second. This one's annoying. It's combined. But what this is the German disc. I went and looked it up, and it's the exact same German disc, but they've put this badly typeset English text here where the German text was, and they didn't even bother here. This still says, it's got German writing there, and they've blotted something out. That would be okay, but they've kept the disc itself entirely. It's got German intros, German menus, it defaults to the German audio track and all that. But the problem is that the German disc is a dual layer disc and has the widescreen and full screen versions for whatever reason. Instead of reauthoring that and just including one, they've just compressed the whole bloody thing and stuck it on a single layer disc, so everything is heavily pixelated. You get 180 minutes worth of movies, 3 soundtracks each, jammed onto a single layer disc. Seriously, they should have just used DVD shrink and ripped out one of the movies or something. Would have been far better. But anywho, $2, so that's okay. The deleted Australian disc only has the full screen edition, so in a way this is an upgrade, this bootleg thing. But yeah, it's quite pixelated. But look, $2. Now, this is not anything you can buy. This is something that I've made, and I'm going to show off a few of these in time. But this is the latest one I've done. I quite like making DVDs from VHS or DVDs from composite sources that I source all over the place, like from an Italian DVD with English audio dubbed in from an American VHS, that kind of thing. And this one's for Exterminator 2, and this cover I designed. I quite like doing these covers. I think it came out pretty good. I got some special glossy paper for the printer. I think it came out quite nice, and I use slimline cases to take up less space. Got a big box of those. So this is the Canon sequel to Exterminator, which is not on DVD, and I was sent a shrink-wrapped brand new VHS of the US print, so that I would encode it and author it and then provide it to others, and which I've done, and I designed this cover. So yeah, the film itself is pretty good, not as good as the first one. And I found a making of feature on YouTube which I authored up, jammed in here, and some lobby card pictures and things. So I made a nice little presentation, the best I think we're going to get until there's a real release. But I've been making a lot of these slimline things, so I will show them off at some point in the future. Alright, so that's it for me. Small little update. I'm expecting some stuff from Diabolic DVD any day now. My first order from them. And I also jumped on, I can't even remember the name of the shop, but there was a shop that was selling Blue Underground DVDs for $7 each and free shipping, so I jumped on a lot of those. Hopefully they'll turn up soon enough. And I ordered one thing from Deep Discount, which hopefully will turn up sometime soon. So that's it for me. Hope you all have a good holiday. I am off for another 2 weeks, thank Christ. See you all.